Here's some homework help for lesson 6-7, common logarithms, and I've chosen 3 problems out of this lesson. Pick number 26 because it is a little bit different. I covered a problem like this in your notes, but since it is treated differently than the others, I thought I would just go ahead and work this out with you. We still want to convert this into log form. It's an exponential equation. And I'm going to do log base 9 of 7 to the b power equals the exponent for 9, which is b minus 1. And we talked in your notes for this lesson that we're going to need the power property, which says that I can bring this exponent b down and let it serve as a multiplier or a factor. And that's going to be helpful in allowing me to solve for b. All right, so once again, just like you're going to do on a lot of problems in this assignment, you need the change of base formula. So I'll just show you what that looks like over here. We're going to do change of base for this left log expression. So in your calculator, you will do log 7 divided by log 9. And let me do that so you can know what your number should look like. And that is 0.885621.875. I'll just go ahead and write that down. 0.885621.875, and we're multiplying by b, and that equals b minus 1. All right, so since that is already in my calculator, it makes sense to me. Normally we say kill the little one, but in this case, I think it's easier just to leave this sitting, and we're going to subtract b from both sides, which for you in your calculator means you're just going to subtract 1 from this long decimal. So it's already there, just do minus 1, and that result is negative 0.114378.125. And that equals b equals negative 1. All right, so these are like b terms, so just think of it as subtracting 1b from this, and you get this negative decimal times b. And so now we need to divide by this decimal on both sides. So in my calculator, I'll just go ahead and clear it, and I will do negative 1 divided by that big long decimal, negative 0.114378.125, and that ends up being 8.7429. And that is the answer for number 26. Okay, so for number 32, we have this log, or this inequality problem that needs to be changed over into a log inequality. And so once again, we got to be careful when we're dealing with inequalities that when we convert it into log form that we change this. Just remember that currently it says p minus 2 greater than equal to p. You can think of it that way. So when I make it in log form, it needs to still say p minus 2 is greater than equal to p. So log base 5 of 2 to the p power is, now it's going to be less than or equal to p minus 2. Notice how p minus 2 greater than, p minus 2 greater than, so I'm in good shape. It's set up properly. And then much like the previous problem when it was an equation, this is very similar because I'm going to need to use that power property to force this p exponent to become a factor. So p times log base 5, 2, less than equal to p minus 2. Now we grab our calculator and we're going to do the change of base formula. So once again, I'll write it over here for you. It's log of the top number 2 divided by log of the base, which is 5. So log 2 divided by log again 5, and that decimal is 0.403676558. 430676558p, which is less than or equal to p minus 2. And then once again, I'm just going to, since I've got that decimal already in my calculator, I'm going to subtract p from both sides, which is again like doing minus 1p. So in your calculator, just with that decimal sitting there, just do minus 1. And that's negative 0.56932 3442 p, which is less than or equal to negative 2. And then I'm going to divide both sides of this inequality by this long decimal, so we can go ahead and clear the calculator. And we're going to do negative 2 divided by that decimal, negative 0.5693234442. And that ends up being positive 3.5129. But remember, we divided by a negative number again, so we need to reverse the direction of this inequality. And so my final answer is P is greater than or equal to 3.5129. And that is your answer for number 32. Got one more for you. Another inequality problem. This is number 52. You could go back to what we were doing before and think about like bases. This is kind of a review problem. I know that I can write 8 as 2 to the third power. So 2 to the third and then times 3y. And to me this is a little bit easier because with like bases now you can just make an inequality out of the exponents. So y plus 3 greater than or equal to 9y. Subtract y from both sides. 3 is greater than or equal to 8y. And then divide by 8 on both sides. And you get 3/8 is greater than or equal to y. Or if you prefer, you could say y is less than or equal to 3/8. And maybe you have a decimal for that. So just in case, I'll give you the decimal equivalent. That would be less than or equal to 0.3750 since we're in 4 decimal places. So for this problem, I would accept either one of these answers, the fraction form or the decimal form. So I hope that helps you, and if you have any questions, let me know.